We are on round two. I was talking about playing in the Pauper daily. I thought I had a little more time, but I don't. I don't have time for a 3-round tournament. So just gonna crank these out real fast. Gonna have to mulligan. This isn't great, but I'll keep it. Vault Scourge plus Pit Skull plus Rancor is not bad, and we're on the play. And the new scry roll's in effect. I don't think I've posted a video yet with the new scry roll. So yeah, we'll definitely be keeping that. Young Wolf is fine, I think. So we'll be keeping him around. See what we're up against. Mountain. Tap. Kill Vault Scourge. That would be most unfortunate. I'm hoping he plays a goblin of some sort. Chain Lightning, it's burn. That might be a problem. So against burn, is it just better to go ahead and play Skargan Pit Skulk? Yeah. Let's go ahead and Rancor him up. I haven't played against burn with this deck before. I wonder how the matchup is. I can't imagine... Like, spinning a Chain Lightning to get rid of my Vault Scourge, you know, is probably justifiable because Vault Scourge has lifelink. But normally that's not very good, you know. And I guess I also spent life to cast it. I'm going to have to probably bring in the other Vault Scourge, which is unfortunate. Take out the, what is the word? I'm just getting all tongue-tied. The other Phyrexian spell I have, that's not as good. Oh, definitely don't want to play that yet. So I just have to be fast with this deck. Vault Scourge was my only source of life gain. But I think I can do this. If I draw a pump spell, I can definitely do this. My opponent has these white bordered 8th edition lands. I got my Dr. Seuss lands. Law Spike, pretty good. Chain Lightning on Skargan Pit Skull. Okay, not too worried about that. Because every spell he does to my creatures instead of me is, you know, saving me life. There's still on the Ledge Walker. Swing 4. So let's say that, you know, each spell in his hand has an average of 2 damage, although he's only played 3 damage spells. He can do 10 damage to me, potentially. Average, I guess. Average of 2 is the rule, right? Although I think it actually the average is more like 3, isn't it? Because I can't think of one that... Well, I guess Needle Drop does 1, but it has to have already been dealt damage, so Curse the Pierced Heart does that. Curse of the Pierced Heart will do its 3rd damage to me next turn, but like all these do 3, and then Fire Blast does 4, so... My opponent taking some time to think about stuff. So maybe he has only instants in his hand. Alright, well I'm gonna hold that back. Drawing a couple lands in a row is not where this deck really wants to be. To Searing Blaze my wolf, which will only do 1 damage, thankfully, and then my wolf comes back. But it does save him a couple points of damage. Now I'll be putting the Rancor onto my Ledge Walker. So pretty happy with that. Just gotta hope my opponent, you know, comes up short. Because right now I feel very vulnerable. I have my opponent on a 2-turn clock. My opponent's only at 2 mana though. So I guess things could be a lot worse. Okay, that one hurt. I'm gonna Rift Bolt. 2 cards in hand. I know they're not lands. I mean, basically now if he has Bolt plus... Let's see, can I even win? 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm actually 1 point of damage short here. So if he has 3 more burn spells in hand, then he just wins the game. Nature of the Beast. Burn's a good deck. It's kind of a boring deck. I also, like, it never goes this well for me for some reason. I guess if he just needs 1 burn spell to beat me here. Because of the Curse of the Pierced Heart. Needle Drop, that's a pretty good start. To land? Okay, into Incinerate. Yeah, not really a lot I could do there. So what to bring in? I don't have much of a sideboard against Burn. I guess Gleeful Sabotage could come in against Curse of the Pierced Heart, but that card, that just doesn't seem... It just doesn't seem that good. You know, like it was good there, I guess. So maybe, yeah, we'll bring it in. We'll bring in 1. Don't really need Chanel Life's Roar either, so we'll bring in 2 Gleeful Sabotages. I'll bring in more Gleeful Sabotage. I don't think I need Gather Courage. We'll bring in 3 Gleeful Sabotages. I don't anticipate him playing more than 1 Curse of the Pierced Heart over the course of this match, though. Or in this next game. Yeah, this deck may just not have a very good burn matchup because there's no real life gain outside of Vault Scourge. And Vault Scourge requires an initial investment of 2 life in this deck. So yeah, we will be playing first. This hand seems pretty good. Rancor into a couple Scargim Pit Skulks. Or, like, the first one won't be that great, right? But the rest of them will be. My opponent's mulliganing to 6. Potentially to 5. Hasn't kept this hand yet. I guess most other decks I would like this hand a lot, but against Burn it might be a little rough. Put a card on the bottom. Yeah, so let's just start off with Pit Skulk. Next turn, I think instead of playing the Rancor, I will double Pit Skulk. Chain Lightning to me, that's much more like it. Double Rancor tempting, though, but I think the Pit Skulks. Yeah, I think I want to get the Pit Skulks on the table. And then we can start dividing up the Rancors. So I'll put 1 on each of the 2-drop, the 2/2 Pit Skulks. Or maybe 1 on the 1/1. I'm kind of hoping my opponent taps out, but that might be too much to ask for, yeah. Vines of Vastwood, actually pretty good. Because if he tries to kill this in response, then I can kick the vines. Gonna let it resolve? So now the question is, do I want to try and go for the vines, or do I want to try and play the other Rancor that would get me in for 9? No, if he's tapping like that, I'll take the bait. I'm willing to try here. He wants to do end of turn. He wants to do roast meat end of turn. Okay, that's fine. Well, by roast me, I mean incinerate. If this is Searing Blaze, I think I save the creature. Let Trickery. Deals 1 damage to each creature I don't control. So that means it would kill my Skargan Pit Skulk. So it would kill my Skargan Pit Skulk, and then I would have... No, I think it's better to just go ahead and let him die here, and then I can use the vines if I need to later. Like if he has a needle drop. Let's see, if he does the needle drop, he draws a card, this guy takes 1 damage. I suit up on him. This is actually really interesting. I think I save this guy. This is actually kind of hard because if I save him, then I can do 8 next turn. If I don't save him, I can do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, potentially 10. I'm gonna save him. I like having more creatures out. Hey, Vault Scourge. So playing Vault Scourge doesn't actually, this doesn't actually change my clock. So I'm going to go ahead and attack like this. Because I still have him in 2 turns. Then I will Rancor Vault Scourge, so I can try and gain some life. And that makes Vault Scourge a huge target, which is what I want. Oh, to me. Okay, so what kills me here? Like another burn spell. Now you can't, there's no combination of burn spells. There's no combination of 2 burn spells that I can think of that can do 8 damage to me. Because even now, if he has Fire Blast, it's not enough still. Draw Gleeful Sabotage. I think we just win. I think we win. Awesome. Okay, so that makes me reevaluate a little bit over the Gleeful Sabotages. They weren't any use that game. I'm sure next game, if I take him out, he'll just have that stuff. But like Epic Confrontation is a sorcery, so that's not very good. I guess maybe a Gather Courage could be pretty useful. Just on, just to save a creature. Because this being a sorcery kind of kills it. I can't respond to a burn spell. I don't want to use these. So yeah, I think it mostly comes down to who's more... Like, that hand was super aggressive. So is this hand. But if he kills Nettle Sentinel, I'm kind of sunk. So I have to play Nettle Sentinel and hope I can untap into Vines. Which is fine, I'm on the draw. Man, do I save Nettle Sentinel? I kind of want to just not play it. That's safe. I think I'm just going to not play Nettle Sentinel. I think I'm going to be safe here. Because drawing a second Vines... Yeah, like what if he bolted the Nettle Sentinel? Then I wouldn't have anything. So I think that's safer. And my opponent's stuck on 1 land, so... Alright, still to me. That's good. I think I can act, maybe playing the Nettle Sentinel turn 1 would have been better. I could have attacked for 4 last turn, but it just feels so wrong because if Nettle Sentinel gets blown up, then I wouldn't have had anything. So that may have been too conservative a play against Burn, but he has gone after my creatures in the past. So against another opponent, maybe not, but against this opponent, I think that was correct. Also, it looks like my opponent's not drawing any lands. Yeah, now I'm glad I saved the vines. So we're just gonna blank this spell. Oh, it still does damage to me? That's dumb. So yeah, let's suit up the Rain Core. Like a Groundswell. I don't need to, though. I think I'd rather play the Nest Invader and then hang on to the Groundswell. So next turn, if my opponent doesn't kill anything, I can do 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So hoping to top deck another pump spell. That's fine too. If he responds with a burn spell, I will Vines. Might Vines anyway. So I can play the Ledge Walker. Anyway. And now this dude's out of burn range. And then I can play the Ledge Walker, and my opponent basically has to win next turn. Which he could do. I think. If his hand is like land, triple lightning bolt, he's already played 2 though. I think my opponent could maybe win next turn. It's not outside the realm of possibility. Play the Ledge Walker and hope this is good enough. Conceivable it's not, though. Oh man, I forgot about the Rift Bolt. Yeah, I think I've lost this game then. Yeah, I think my opponent just needs Lightning Bolt. Yeah, even this is good enough. Does he have a Fire Blast? Please don't have a Fire Blast. No, no, no. He had it. Alright, well, them's the punches with Burn. Thanks for watching that game. I'll see you in the next one.